Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Well, a lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open the score. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they...
Touchdown, Buckeyes. The special teams with a special play. That could be a moment we never forget. A punt return to the house in a championship game.
Man, we've been calling national championship games forever. How often do you see a return like this taken all the way back for a touchdown? You talk about a game-changing opportunity for this team. We'll see if they can finish this game off after that.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, But now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receiver. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. He's got some room and some blockers here. Not just the big, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Defense is coming after him. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 45. Big gain across midfield, though spotted down near the 30.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
They call the counter play here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Makes a quick grab. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's another huge game for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. That's exactly what they did right here.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
A completion makes it second and short. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got it now inside the 10. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position.
Man, I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. And they stop him just short, but defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. A much-needed score for trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They are continuing to fight. They try to get themselves back into this game.
Extra point try coming now. PAT makes it a 17-7 game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Escapes the pocket. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And stop right there at the line of scrimmage, and that'll end the first quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
The Buckeyes will have first and 10 here. It's a quarterback keeper. And that run produces a decent gain.
Oh, the read option here. The quarterback keeps it. I thought he was going to get out and maybe take this downfield for big yards. The defense very fortunate to keep him to a shorter gain.
The gain makes it second and medium. And they'll use the ground game here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. That gain sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. He's running out of time here. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after him.
And he knocks that one right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They're going to run it. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Across the 40 now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
We'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Quick spin on the run. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Here's the option play. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Makes a quick catch. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
And there's the handoff. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change...
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Past the 50. The 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a play. Defensive score.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
You know, on a slant route, you like to see some big yards after the catch. But the defense has such tight coverage, there's just nowhere to go. That's a win for the defense, even though they gave up a completion.
They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And they heave it deep downfield. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. Deep ball caught inside the 10. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. This one will be fair caught. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarter.
He's picked for a third time tonight. Going the other way. Can they stop him? At the 10. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. Second down after that previous play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
It's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. He's having one of those dream performances.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
To gamble here, offense going for it on fourth down inside their own 40. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball